What's up, guys? This is Heist, and today we're taking a look at the awesome model railroad club that Dusty works with. It's a huge HO and HON3 layout. Let's take a look.
So yeah, Scenic Line Model Railroad Club.
Scenic Line Model Railroad Club.
Did you turn that on? No.
South of Denver.
It's on. Oh, it comes on. That's fine. Yeah.
And the railroad's not entirely built, but
That's the Baldwin
it is
branch.
mostly built. Baldwin branch.
Follow around, you'll end up through Royal Gorge and then around to Crested Butte. That's the back around this way. You've got Salida and Poncha Junction and everything.
There's a 1200 parked on the Royal Gorge Bridge at the moment.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I don't know why that's there, but you know.
With a passenger train.
Oh, okay.
Staged just for this video.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, we had people down for the convention next year taking pictures up that. We're going to be on the way up in the tour next year.
Well, it's an awesome layout to show off and run. Oh, I haven't been here with the aisle divider up.
Oh yeah, the dropout.
Yeah. Helix. I'm just doing a walk around to make sure that I get most of it.
Well, you can't live around anyway. Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is Montrose.
Montrose and Cimarron and
Yep, and Gunnison.
this is what the entire book I just got done reading was about. All of this madness. That's awesome. This is one of the coolest railroads I've ever seen.
And you're back on your way up to Marshall Pass, going back from Gunnison up through Carlin.
So we don't have the Black Canyon at all.
No.
It's just boom, you're in Cimarron. No, that's fine. It didn't exist late, did it? So not as narrow gauge.
Here up to Marshall Pass.
And Marshall Pass with the snow shed covered turntable. This is so freaking cool. They actually had this back in the day.
And the depot is in there.
And the depot's in there too.
The mock-up of the depot, which was in the snow shed, is in progress.
Because it turns out when you're, I don't know, the highest railroad pass ever built in the United States.
Actually, I think Midland was higher than Marshall Pass.
Oh, I think you're right.
Hagerman.
Baldwin was higher too? Okay.
Rollins.
Oh, Rollins, really?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Rollins is higher?
I believe so.
I thought Cumbres was the highest one that still exists, and this is higher than Cumbres. Oh, it doesn't? That's not on Moffett?
No, that was Rollins was up over the top of Moffett that the Moffett Tunnel replaced.
bypassed Rollins Pass.
Oh.
Like Busk Ivanhoe Tunnel on the Midland bypassed
The original Hagerman tunnel,
Be
yeah.
higher up by.
I think it was 11,000
Hagerman
foot.
might be really close.
Hagerman was really, really freaking up there.
Hagerman was really up.
And it was standard gauge. Where so was Rollins Pass, where this was narrow.
Brett's in dispatch land.
Yes.
There's a computer and centralized traffic control, I think,
Yeah.
which is hilarious, but great for model railroading.
Then we come back around to Mears Junction.
Mears Junction, and it's mirrored, right?
It's mirrored, and instead of
No, mirrors, not mirrors.
No,
Mirrors Junction.
mirrors,
Get out.
yeah.
Lines!
Where's the line?
Run!
So anyways, yeah, it's mirrored. It's a mirrored image of what Mears Junction actually was. And the line over the top, instead of going to the valley line and down towards Alamos and everything, accesses Monarch.
Monarch mine. Yeah.
You know, Monarch's license, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Well, yeah, you can't recreate the real railroad and the real, unless you had 87, an 87th of the space of the real railroad.
We
So
got the Monarch Garfield switchbacks
the Rio Grande had them too. They had switchbacks.
Yep.
None.
up to the mine at Monarch.
Oh, we got another K36.
Yep.
I didn't think I saw a single K36 last time. And that's my girl. That's the one that I fired. And Monarch Mine, which is limestone, right?
Yep. Over for the CFNI in Caldwell.
10,000 feet. And with the out-of-service gallows turntable. I love that. That's cool. But then down below here, you had Mears Junction, then now you have Poncha Junction. Which does, it doesn't go somewhere, yeah.
You've got the Y that was at Poncha, and then beyond Poncha you go into West Salida, which is Which is accurate. Like
Yeah.
the Monarch's the kind of oddball with ours, going from mirrors to Monarch.
There's a very large abbreviation there. And then Salida is awesome because Salida, it was one of the two, I mean, it was the division headquarters for the 3rd Division, right?
Yeah.
And Alamoso is the 4th Division. And so Salida and Alamoso were like the 2 big locations on the Grand that was dual gauge.
And eventually we'll have Tennessee Pass too. That's what the tunnel is.
Oh. Well, that's exciting. And so there's a lot of dual gauge madness.
Most all the switches are hand laid too.
They're incredible. They look awesome.
I think they use fast track to do it, but yeah, most all of these are hand laid. Some of them are Sanoharas, but most of them are hand laid.
As we talked about in the video at Dusty's Railroad, here you can see actual HO scale dual gauge laid in one place. So the right 2 rails are 3-foot gauge, and then the outer rails are standard gauge.
And then you've got the draw over here.
Oh, there's a draw that changes from 3 to 4?
The 3 to 4
for the turntable, just like we have at the museum. And we've got the green boilered and pretty nicely weathered K36.
I've never noticed how the turntable is actuated.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
How's the turntable work? Oh,
with a window crank.
that's awesome.
It works good though.
It does. So this is your narrow gauge turntable, and then over here is the dual gauge.
Yeah.
But all the stubs are standard except for a couple.
Yeah.
It's a 3500.
It's not correct. It's
okay.
a amalgamation.
Oh, okay. Well, gotcha.
Well, I think.
What about that
I think if it was a 3561, it would be correct versus the 3591. They're kind of like the locomotives they got from the Norfolk and Western. I think
The 35s were former N&W
Yeah.
engines.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they
kind of have that look to them. They almost look like a Class A or something.
Yeah.
they were Y class or whatever, like YAs or
They're older sometimes.
I don't know.
Older
not
Norfolk
a-
and Western
I'm not
or
a-
whatever.
They're kind of, you go low enough with the numbers and malaise, and it's just like, what did they have? I don't know. It's just a bunch of bullshit.
It was just some stuff.
Leaky old crap. is
Leaky
what it
old
is.
script. That's accurate. And so here's the dual gauge.
So this is where the barrel transfer would be, which there's a picture of over there, where they unloaded
Madness.
the narrow gauge cars and the standard gauge cars that
Using
were on their way.
using a rotary dump. I mean, this picture is worth. There's pictures of it out there on the internet too, but they literally spun narrow gauge cars in a rotary dumper. Like the whole thing just moved and did a barrel roll to dump them
Which we
into
don't
standard
understand
gauge
because
cars.
it's like, well, you've got plain journals in there, and when you turn those upside down, they leak all the
the
oil.
oil would go everywhere.
And so I don't know if they had somebody that re-oiled them afterwards, or they just said, whatever.
That's my
And
thinking. It's
there
just
they
they're
went
like,
because-
who cares?
Yeah,
Oil.
but they had cables that came down as it rolled and held the car down so it
That's
didn't
what-
just fall out.
That's what these vertical pieces are. As the barrel rolled, those would come down over
And the
top
car
of
would
the
slide off to the side too, and then it would clamp
Have
the car
you
down.
seen this thing, Mark?
No,
The
well,
barrel does not rotate axially on the gauge.
it actually moves. It trains
got
up this
cables
track.
that come
Oh,
up
it
this
goes
track.
up.
It rolls this way
Oh, weird.
with these towers.
Yeah, and so there's cables that roll this whole monstrosity up, and those like bind the car to it. As the car entered, it would slide off to the side. The like track was a panel track and would slide, and then it would
Against
have
this backer plate.
and then it would have the bars that would come down across the top to hold it from falling out, and then it rolled over and dumped into the standard
They,
gauge gone.
they really chose violence with this thing. They went, what is the most
Just-
complicated way to do
Just
this?
madness. Just absolute drunk railroad madness.
Guns are just absolutely
Hammered. Because they put them on an amusement park ride built by drunks.
Anyways, that's where the transfer happened.
Lakeside, yeah. So that would have been here.
Yeah, eventually we'll have it modeled. We don't have it modeled yet. But that's this area, and then the loaded standard gauge guns would go around this way towards Pueblo to CF&I.
Which is where locomotives go to die, unfortunately.
Because limestone good for steel.
Limestone, good for steel, indeed. That's Salida, and we come around, and then we have sheep.
Yep, yeah, like Stockton's a Cleora. I think is how you say it. I don't know how you say it exactly.
Zzz.
Yeah.
And then the standard gauge runs all the way down.
Yep.
And then there's also more standard gauge staging down below.
Yeah, that's all staging. You come around through Red Hill, through Parkdale, which if you've ever ridden the Royal Gorge, that's where you basically stop the ride of the Royal Gorge Scenic Railway is in Parkdale.
Okay.
And then
Is that where Rock and Roll's quarry is, or is
I
this
think so. It might be a little further up.
Oh, I haven't seen the little hand car in the speeder shed. It's very cute.
And then into the massive Royal Gorge.
Yep. We are the rocks at the moment.
Yep. Eventually we'll put a suspension bridge up top, I think.
Oh, that'll be fun. The model of the bridge built for
So
funsies.
you've got the nice, classic picture of the hanging bridge. There you go.
Yeah, that one. That bridge up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
But just like, the advertising photos, you've got the model.
Staged choo-choo for the pictures. Let's see if I can get the GoPro in there nice and real nice like.
Sorry. We've got one member building a water plane that went between.
Oh, that's
the
fun.
Royal Gorge.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
But you can still see bits and pieces. of it.
A lot of it's still there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now you got Crested Butte.
Crusty butt.
Crusty butt.
And then down here is Portland, which, cement.
Not Portland, Oregon, or Maine.
No.
Portland cement.
Yep.
Portland, Colorado, like 20 was
And
Yeah, Portland, Colorado, like Rear Grand 7 number 20.
start of the Baldwin branch outside of Gunnison. It'll follow this wall.
Oh, there's actually scenery for Portland.
Yeah,
Oh. I haven't really been back here.
that's very neat. And can we...
Not finished yet, but yeah.
Do you have the two-story? Yes, you do.
The two-story shitter?
That was an actual thing in Crested Butte.
What?
The snow would get so deep you couldn't use the lower level of the outhouse.
So in the
You'd
winter,
walk
you go
across.
up, and poop in the top hole, and you
Never
poop,
heard
and it
that
falls
before.
10 feet, goes through the lower toilet seat, and then into the hole. Well, there it is.
The Colorado winters were so bad that certain places had two-story outhouses.
Yep.
So you'd walk out on top of the stove bank and go into the outhouse and be on the upstairs story.
There has to have been a prank in history where someone shit on someone's head.
There has
to have been.
I just feel bad for the poor sap that come springtime has to go in and clean the lower one.
Yeah.
In case your aim's not great.
Poor Ted had diarrhea. The whole back wall of the lower level just.
Repaint the lower. Burn it down at that point.
the two-story shitter.
I can't believe you never heard that before.
I've been broken. I've been killed. I was about to be like, oh, I wonder if I could peek over the edge and see the rest of the layout. And then Brett says the words, two-story shitter. I've heard of brick houses before. I've never heard of a two-story
They were a real thing. Everybody thinks they're just something made up, but no, that really happened.
We know some folks that are built like brick houses. I'm built like the double-decker.
You are Brett is a double-decker house. And then we peer over this way, and then there's a giant man.
That's what a giant is.
Sounds like a dying Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's how you get to dispatch.
Excuse me, can I have some orders?
Can you have some orders?
I'm at the orders window.
Oh, are you? Oh, hello. Yes.
there.
Hello, sir.
Can I have 2 number 5s, a number 3 large, and a Beppis?
I don't think I have a number 5.
Damn.
I also don't have a Beepus. There's a narrow gauge spur that comes into here that appears like underneath this track, and I don't know where it comes from.
Staging? Yeah, it's this.
Oh.
I guess it's just storage.
I guess so.
Staging. It's a very short staging.
They're labeled Pitkin 1 and Pitkin 2.
Oh, is that the mine? I guess, yeah, it's labeled Pitkin branch.
That's neat. This layout is so cool.
This is a really neat layout.
It is really, really cool. Let me get out of dispatch here.
It's one of the sad things.
It is one of the sad things.
It's the least sad thing.
It is the least sad of the sad things. Sad things being C16s, of which there are 3 left. 278, 268, 223. 223 wins the sadness.
Yes. It is very sad.
It is in bits in the wrong state.
It is a very sad. I guess you're right, there is no black champion.
Yeah.
We just 1, 2 skip a few Cimarron.
Yeah. Well, Gunnison, Cimarron. There's the Sarah Summit, SEMA, whatever. SEMA Summit?
Sarah.
Sarah?
SEMA was on the RGS.
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
SEMA's were 25.
Where all of the trains got stuck.
And Montrose, where they paint things stupid colors.
Oh, is that where they paint things stupid colors?
That was the...
They were the ones that painted the tricolor herald backwards?
They were the fun ones. Montrose was the stupid... It was like the most rural of the big shops.
Oh, they were the super far west, right?
Yeah, Montrose is like south of Grand Junction. It was another dual gauge interchange too.
Who's whistling? There's a wild Rio Grande 5 chime has been heard in the distance.
That's me.
Oh, Norm has taken
Norm has GCC. He gets to listen to all the locomotives.
Norm has taken command.
Punching in numbers.
Oh, 484's got sound.
It's a beautiful engine.
That is. Brass, presumably, right? I don't think anyone's ever. 484. Sunset. You know what sound it has in it?
I believe it's a tsunami. I don't think anybody's been cool about
Nobody's got lug sound yet. Why isn't she going? Why isn't she going? Oh, I forgot to put the Johnson bar. Ah!
You've been there, done that. All of us.
I've totally never done that.
Never. Nope. You've even got platforms for short little me to get on top of everything.
Raiding the cookie jar.
He saw me in the mirror and went, we got yard ops going on here. Oh man, they got to shovel their ash out into another, like, hopper?
Try that?
I can't do it backwards.
The only problem is like
Yeah, that's a little difficult, isn't it?
this track's like really dirty back here. Because I backed it in the house and it didn't want to like go at all.
Ooh, 73. You know, it says a lot about me and my experience with brass, where I see someone with a brass locomotive and I just assume that it's going to be silent, and that like every single one so far has had sound.
It's broken and run like shit.
Yeah, all of our stuff's DCC and sound, and it's switch. Darn switches.
Model trains are notoriously cantankerous.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
Especially when they know they're on camera.
Yes, indeed. When there are guests or people filming them. Yeah.
A lot of this we haven't.
Wait till we get to my layout. Nothing will work.
Nothing will work. Well, yeah. Yeah. But that's par for the course.
Oh. Good. Pretty good.
Dirty wheels.
Five finger switcher.
The 050.
Well, they're dirty now. In the mud. In the mud.
His giant greasy hand came down from the sky. Picked me up and shook me like a dog. Smelled like Oreos.
It's true, I saw the whole thing. Picked me up and shook me like a dog.
Pick me up with mom power.
Picked me up with his mom powers and shook me like a dog.
It's
true.
We are those idiots.
We are those idiots. Oh, I like your backup light.
You know?
Oh,
It's a good color.
good color. Got a very nice slow dinging air dinger. K28s are cool. With a 3-way stub switch. That's cool. That works like a real stub. That's awesome. I always think it's neat, the different counterbalances on the 28s.
Yeah.
Because like the 27s, the 36s, and the 37s all have counterweights on every single rod crank. But the 28s only have them on the number 3, so they kind of look wacky once you realize that. If you have a wacky inflatable counterweight, we've got problems.
Oh, not inflatable underneath.
The scenery through here is beautiful. Did you?
Yeah. Oh, the bells were fixed it.
We're taking the 473 to Marshall Pass. That's so cool.
I pulled the time, but I didn't pull the weight on that thing because it barely pulls right now.
Yeah. What's the solution for that? Is it just
Add more weight to the boiler, or they have what's called bullfrog snot, and you put a little bit on the driver.
traction tire thing?
It's a temporary traction tire.
A lot of elevation gained in this railroad.
Yeah,
Is this actually 4%?
it probably is. I never.
I mean, shoot, you've got probably 6 inches right there, and you can't. I mean, it might be more than 4. That's steep.
You can tell when you're pulling 10 too. It's like, oh yeah, definitely 2 cars or a couple engines.
There you go. The snow sheds at Marshall Pass. Is it flange squealing on its own, or is that a...
Yeah, it does that.
That's hilarious.
It's got sniffers.
I know, I heard it with a snifter.
Loud clunk when it's just toasting.
That's cool.
Brake squeal.
Brett also has squealies.
Let's see. I'm back into the snow shed turntable here.
Engine length. Half an engine. Still half an engine. Quarter, 10 foot, that'll do.
Spin it around on the turntable.
Does the roof come off?
I think so, but I've never taken it off.
Oh.
I don't want to mess it up, but we can turn it around.
Oh, this one's just a toggle switch, huh?
Yep.
Well, I guess you only have one track to go to, huh?
Options are forwards or backwards.
Yep. There it is. And both off.
Two-story. I don't like poncha.
No punch.
No
This
caps.
is the first 28 on the layout.
Really?
Finding different places that are.
Because they were just ever so slightly longer, yeah.
It's got the longest wheelbase on all the kids.
Really?
28s? Yeah. They're longer than 36s and 28s. Or 30, 37 then.
I didn't know that.
Just barely, but yeah.
This Ford model.
Yeah, it's finding some issues because they're used to K27s from Blackstones
Right.
run on anything. We've started putting brass 36s and 28s in the mix, and it's starting to find the hiccups. Doesn't like that switch either. It's another type issue that causes a short with brass.
Oh, so the deep. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's against me.
Dusty with the run-through switch. Pee in a cup.
In a cup.
Well, that's not.
Epic
It's
fail.
one of those. That's never thrown. Why is it thrown the wrong way?
So is the
Which
depot just not built yet?
It'll go here.
That's where the Monte Cristo goes, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
The depot should go in there.
Yeah, it's just not built yet.
The sandwich, the Hotel de Monte Cristo.
That's right. The Monte Cristo goes here. Yeah, it's just not built yet. Oh, sorry, forgot to put it closer.
Blow right through it.
You think the rear Grand Prix didn't do any different back in the day?
Nope.
Oh, well.
It's quite the wooden plank walkway across all the yard.
I guess it was connecting his with cold power off the evening.
Bang, 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 bang.
So he's still parked here at the cooling tower. It's the color.
Got quite the pile, but I mean, you could try and fit a couple more lumps on it. You check your brake travel, they're squealing a lot.
Yeah.
Go ahead and back him up.
So what?
You want me to do what? Well, this is very neat. Thank you for taking us to show off the club layout in addition to your layout, Dust. This is badass. This is really cool.
It's a small space, but it's a neat setup the way they got it laid out.
It's really cool. The standard gauge, well represented. You can really have fun with, you know, both sides of it, and then you can really operate the crap out of the narrow gauge.
Yep.
It's really cool. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this layout tour, and if you like the model railroad content, you know, let us know down below in the comments.